Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Let's Get Into It. We are recording out of Pink Taco, the Tequila Room.
Yeah.
Well, I want to welcome my co-host, Rod Tuddy Rinks.
What up? Thank you. That was very nice.
Davey Dave on the ones and twos.
What's up, man?
Missed you, bro.
Miss you guys.
Why didn't you come to New York with us?
Don't
Here we
start,
go, bro.
Roberts.
Come on, man. Look at starting all kinds of pedo for no reason.
No,
Relax.
that's what he does.
I'm just saying, because it was your birthday, right? Happy birthday.
It was. Thank you very much.
Yeah, happy birthday. Well, anyway, I had some drinks in New York for you.
We did.
Thank you. That's cute.
Robert genuinely wakes up happy, too. I was like,
I can see
hungover and
that.
everything. He wakes up,
Dude,
pops out of bed.
what's there not to be happy
shower.
about? Every day there's like all this opportunity. And I'll tell you something about this podcast, though. We have been talking about content because it's no longer about just movies, or you're not just a filmmaker. You know, you're a content provider. I only made movies for a long time, and when I was at Universal, it started becoming really hip to hire film producers to do television stuff. And that's when I started moving over into Mexico's Top Model, which I had no business doing as a filmmaker. Right?
I know why you did it, player.
I know.
Just kidding, man. Just kidding.
No, I did it because it was an exciting opportunity to do something that I didn't normally do. But today we're going to talk to someone who is an entrepreneur, went into filmmaking because he loved it. It was his passion.
Yeah.
And he's here today with us to tell us his story, and we might get into, working together and doing some other stuff, right?
That's the idea.
So why don't you introduce him?
He did his first movie. I was looking at today.
Yeah.
$15,000, right?
Yep.
610? No, 630.
630. Yeah.
In his
It's called
bio,
630.
it says zero budget.
Did
Right.
it say zero on
Technically, it was in the movie terms, it's zero budget, but
Yeah, but
it's
it was
15
15.
Gs.
Yeah,
15 Gs.
Estimated 15. The next was 135. My good friend Christian Sesma.
What's
Yeah,
up?
buddy.
Here we go.
Bring it.
So Sesma and I met years. How many years
Yeah,
ago
we
now?
met like in 2013, something like that.
Yeah, somewhere
with
right
Tap
around
Out.
there. Yeah, Tap Out. That's
Tap
right.
Out Films.
He was a writer. He wrote a script. Shulman and Lopez were gonna make.
Yeah.
About
It's K.O. Lopez.
K.O. Lopez. That's right. Lopez knocks out a. What was the premise?
It was
again?
like basically like a semi-reality, like an Entourage style reality thing where
That's
like
right.
showcase Lopez's boxing skills, blah blah blah.
Yeah.
Tap Out Films is supposed to do it, which basically no longer exists.
right.
And it was basically kind of this like Entourage style where we follow Mario on this semi-reality thing where
Yeah.
he basically like knocks out a real MMA fighter.
Who
and
was the
becomes this,
fighter?
like-
Oh, wow.
and here's the funny thing. At the time, it was a little known fighter coming up named Luke Rockhold. Dude, we were all at a meeting with
Yeah.
him, and they're like, he's the next thing. We're like, okay, this
Yeah.
guy's cool. And I looked, I'm like, he's just like a good looking white dude from like the OC. I'm like, this guy's like a badass. Oh,
Yeah.
that dude's the truth. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and Lopez was pushing for like the Iceman.
Right.
For Liddell.
Liddell, yeah.
Or somebody with name
Oh,
recognition.
wow, really?
Yeah, at the time, and we were
Yeah.
all kind of connected with all that.
He's
whole-
the Iceman, too?
Yeah,
Everyone's
there's
the
only- hey,
Iceman.
There's only one Iceman.
Well, there's only one OG Iceman.
Who's
Richard
that?
Kuklinski, the hitman. Come on, you guys all saw
What
it.
about
there's
the
that
guy
guy.
Cessna was in the
I'm
car
just talking
with?
about
Val
Kilmer, bro.
Kilmer.
Kilmer,
that's
dude.
right.
That's
That's
the real
That's the
Iceman.
Iceman.
Yeah, that
It's
is
too
true.
bad.
That
It's
is
too bad he didn't come with you, because I would have said that's where I took my tag name from, Iceman.
Dude, he's.
Oh, wait, that's right. You go by the Iceman.
Look at it. You come out
Ice
with
Roberts.
Tuddy.
Yeah.
Tuddy's in this movie. Come out to the desert, hang out. You'll see Kilmer.
Oh, that's right.
That you're in the same movie, bro.
How's he doing?
Oh, nice.
How's he
He's
doing?
good. He's good. Yeah.
Good.
Health wise, he's great. Excited.
Coming back.
He's really
Making a
coming back.
comeback. Let's go backwards. I want to know what you're doing now. Are you directing? Are you producing? Are you doing a
All of it,
combination
yeah,
of both?
filmmaker,
So
yeah.
you're doing it all. You're filmmaking.
I'm a filmmaker, right? Was shooting in Louisiana, which that kind of fell apart at the end, and we had to go back to shoot some more with Cage, and
What's the movie?
it's called 10-0. It's Nicolas Cage and Terrence Howard and stuff like that. And we were in Baton Rouge for like 4 months, man, long time. So we got to go back and shoot some more on that. That's a whole different.
And what's
story.
that movie about?
It's like a cop revenge thing. It's like Heat.
I like that.
Yeah, it's cool. It's a
Yeah.
cool flick. And so we just came back, and a lot of the posse was still together. I was like, man, I got to shoot something before Christmas, man. Like, I got to shoot something. And this opportunity came my way, and the guy was like, yo, you think you could shoot back in the desert the way we did this other movie a couple years back? Desert, meaning my hometown. I live in Palm Springs, Coachella Valley's like born and bred. And I said, yeah. The key to indie filmmaking, always say yes.
Yeah,
That's
right.
Always say yes, man. Like, always be the guy that just goes, yeah, and then you'll figure it out.
Right.
Yeah.
Like,
exactly.
I've trusted myself. I trusted my instincts. and my skill set to just figure it the fuck out.
Yeah.
Right.
And that's some real Latino shit right there. Let's
Yeah.
be real. Like,
Yeah.
we didn't come from a generation and a peoples that say no to shit. We figure it the fuck out.
Yeah.
That's just
Very
me real
true.
talking.
No,
No,
that's
that's
true.
So-
true. You're right.
So I did that. I wrote the script like quick, really fast.
Wait
I
a
won't
minute.
say
So
it.
you wrote,
I wrote
you're
it-
directing, you're producing.
Right.
Got it.
So and I have like a producing partners that I work with and stuff, and we got a little
Yeah,
bit.
we're everywhere.
Yeah. So we got some money together, and I called some buddies up. Luke Goss, I did some movies with, who did Blade and Hellboy and a bunch of stuff. He's a British actor, and I got
You got some fans here. Did you hear that?
I
yeah.
heard that. Bunch of cackles.
We got a party
Yeah.
going on close by.
That's awesome.
Val Kilmer. So it's a cool little heist movie.
Yeah.
Rodney Brinks.
Rod
That's
Rinks
what's
is
up.
in it? Are
That's
you in
what's
it?
up. Yeah.
Yeah, the little part for him.
So you're literally starting the week before Christmas. 2 weeks
3 weeks,
before.
yeah. So we start like the December 9th, and we wrap it right before Christmas.
What's been interesting about the business lately, and and I want to hear your opinion. The way people are viewing content is changing so fast.
It's way different.
Yeah, that it is very interesting now to look at as a producer to say, you just don't need all those trucks. You just
Right.
don't need all those people. You just don't need all of that additional stuff sitting around and being paid for. You can do you can do content with minimal amounts of crew and minimal amounts of equipment.
You can.
Um,
And you do. I mean, it's
and I
not-
think you
it's being
should.
done all the time.
I think you should. I mean, it's not. Look, when you can take an Alexa camera and shoot in low light the way you can do now,
Yeah.
it's crazy.
that's and it's also the lenses. We met with
No,
Dan
it's the whole
Lopez
thing,
about
yeah.
it. It's the whole thing. But when you can shoot that way, you grab a couple of Alexa Minis and
Yep.
go shoot your movie. What Robert Rodriguez set up, making a $7,000 movie, works better today than it did back then.
That's
And
literally why I'm here. Like, I read Rebel Without a Crew on a
I
hospital
read
bed.
that about you.
On a hospital bed.
10-minute
dying,
movie, or
bro.
what was it?
Yeah,
10
10-minute film school.
Yeah, 10-minute film school.
Literally dying from a ruptured appendix. I was dying on the hospital bed. And I read that. And I was already a film buff. Read that. And I was like, man, I think I'm going to try. Like, it was one of those huge life-changing moments where, like, the clouds parted and, 7-pound baby Jesus came down. And he was like,
No, 6 pound, 8
6
ounce.
pound,
right?
8 ounce, right. 6 pound, 8 ounce little baby Jesus. So, anyways, it's a true story, though.
Yeah.
I read that in the hospital. I had nothing else to do but just do that.
Shake and bake, baby.
Shake and bake. I read that and I was like, I'm going to do a short film. I think I'm going to do a short film. I think this will be cool. And a year later to the day, I did a short film, and that started the whole thing. But I credited it to that whole posse.
Yeah. A lot of us have moments like that because when I was 27, my appendix burst.
No way.
Yeah.
I was 27. Did we just become best
I
friends?
know. I did a weekend in Palm Springs with my friends, like 15 of my buddies. And that Monday or Tuesday, I went into the hospital. I was in the hospital for 10 days
Dude.
being drained, right, of all that fluid
That's
that had been in
trippy.
yeah. And while I was in the hospital, I read a book, not that book, but I read a book called The Power of Positive Thinking.
Right.
And that changed my life.
Yep.
Because I started to realize, what's up, dude? Look who just walked in.
Hey, what's up, G?
Giovanni Rodriguez. Sorry, buddy.
Gio.
Gio. No, I'm drinking, dude. I'm good. Yeah, no. But anyway, I read The Power of Positive Thinking.
Yep.
And it started to change how I viewed my life. Cool.
Because nothing's going to get past that point. You're like, I just
Yeah, almost
went
died.
through that.
Yeah, you almost died.
After that, okay, sorry, this actor called in sick today, or like somebody said no and shut the door. He didn't like the script. Nothing's going
Right.
to get past those points.
You know what's?
You're like, fine, let's just keep going.
You know what's sad about the business when it comes to not growing up in the industry or not growing up with money, is that each time I did a film, I think I started. My first thing was $50,000. Then the next one was 200. Then the next one was 750. Then the next one was $1 million. Then the next one was 2, 3, 4, right up to 5. And each time I was pretty sure I could never get that amount of money.
Right.
Each time I thought 200, no one will ever give me
Right.
200, and then I get the 200, and then no one will ever give me 750, and then I get the 750. And I think it's unfortunate because I feel like I could have done a lot more with my career at a younger age had I just believed that it was all around me and possible.
You know what? That's a cultural thing, man. Like, I don't think I've said this a bunch of times. I'll say this again. I say this for us as Latinos. We're not raised in that kind of culture yet. I really do believe that. I think that we've been conditioned to think that the pie is this, and that's not the game. I'll say, like, I always say, I'm like, yeah, we're trying to get white folk money, but it's a generational thing. We haven't been raised to think that there is no pie. There's a limitless amount of money and resources, and they've raised us to think, no. Here's the pie, and this is the only slice. You guys, it's a slice that you guys have to divvy up, and that's all you get.
When I'm slicing the pie, I slice myself the smallest piece.
Right.
Why is that?
I swear to you, I've dealt with that too. I think it's a cultural thing.
Yeah.
I think it's like, for me, I'm going to talk about, like, for myself. I hear my dad say, hey, it's that, mijo. It's that, like, just do it. Don't complain about nothing.
Yeah.
Don't ask for much, mijo. Just work your ass off.
Yeah.
And then you got, Joe Smith down the street that's like, oh, my dad just hooked me up, bought me a house, flipped it over. Now we're making millions. And my dad's like, well, just go build. You know what I'm saying? It's a cultural thing. We haven't been taught that. It's like generational wealth. All those things that's part of a different game. I think Latinos are barely, like, we're starting to understand that as a whole. But I think it's a really big thing. We gotta keep pushing.
You know, I was talking to my brother about this the other day. Content is changing how we view it for sure, but the content that we're viewing is also evolving.
Totally.
Like, I saw a thing on Netflix, Hassan Minaj. It was called Homecoming King. Have you seen this?
It's good.
Anybody?
No.
You saw it? Giovanni
Good.
saw it. Gio saw it. Anyway, it's an immigrant story about a kid who's an immigrant who's one of our finest comedians, but he comes from an immigrant family. I think his dad is Muslim and Indian, which is really complicated.
Yeah.
And he tells his whole story about how he kind of lived through 9/11 and how he fell in love with a white girl. And what was cool about it is I related to it, even though we're completely different cultures.
Right.
There was a time when that wasn't possible, where you couldn't connect with another culture.
True.
and be like, wow, that's like me.
Right.
It was always very, I'm Mexican American, I'm Mexican, and it felt very like, that's the box I'm in. Like, I don't get anything else. I don't understand you.
Be happy with what you got, mijo.
Yeah,
That's it.
yeah. But I think now, because of media and because everyone's more open to, like, if you're smart, if you're great, if you're creative, you get the job. It's changed things. You're watching, even Dave Chappelle's latest comedy stand-up, which is called Sticks and Stones. I had to watch it twice. I was like, holy mackerel, did he just say all that shit that Eddie Murphy would have said, like, in the 80s?
Yep.
It was amazing.
It's
anyway, if you haven't seen any of those two, I'd go run and watch them. And Hassan Minaj's Homecoming King was so powerful that I showed my kid, who's 12, showed my wife, and I watched it again with them because I was like, is this as good as I think it is?
Right.
And then they loved it. But
Nice.
it's speaking towards how we're watching content and what the availability of this content is now. I mean, it's like, if you're great, if you're doing good movies, if you're writing great scripts, it will get seen, it will get made.
Totally, I
right?
agree.
There's just a ton of money out there. There's all kinds of places to see it. And I don't know if I said this on the show or not before, but you've got really big companies starting streamers now, and those streamers are saying, hey, big company, give me a bunch of money because we got to populate the streamer with a bunch of product because people are going to be paying $7 or $8 or $10 to own this and to watch it. And if there's nothing on here, they're not going to stay. So all of this dough is flowing into these streamers that are all going, gimme, 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 gimme,
Tons,
So
Pretty cool.
3 beers just showed up.
Oh my gosh.
Nice.
3 beers out of nowhere.
So Christian, let's get back to you, bro. I love to philosophize about
we could just rock it out.
about all things film.
Right.
But really,
That's all you, dog.
Really, I want to talk about your career. I want to talk about your career, how you got there. So now that we know what you're working on now, you're doing a film for 3 weeks in December.
Right.
It's called Pay Dirt.
Pay Dirt.
But let's go back to the beginning.
Let's go.
Where did you grow up at?
Palm Springs, California. Went to Palm Springs High. In the restaurant business, my family had a Mexican restaurant for 30 years there.
In Palm Springs, what was it called?
30 Guacamoles.
I bet you I ate there.
It was like a little Baja Fresh style joint before Baja Fresh
On
started.
111?
Nah, it was on Sunrise and Ramon, which is
Okay.
kind of the other main streets. Grew up there, grew up in the restaurant, went to San Diego State.
Are you thinking about movies at this point?
I was only a gigantic movie buff, right?
Right.
Gigantic movie fan. Every weekend watching movies. Always watching movies.
Did you go to TJ when you were in San Diego State?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, I won't say where.
Wait, was there movie? What movie theaters were there in Palm Springs?
It was like
there
the
a bunch?
Camelot Theater.
Oh, yeah, the
and stuff
Camelot,
yeah,
yeah.
there was like these old school movie theaters I grew up in. So went to San Diego and came back and was supposed to franchise the restaurant out with my dad. My appendix ruptured, just like your story.
When you're 27?
Yeah, dude, I went. It was like
We should do a documentary about that because a
pretty weird.
lot of people died of heroin at 27. Janis Joplin, Jimi Hendrix, Jim Morrison, and you and I now
Pretty
as
trippy.
appendix at 27.
Appendix
So
bros.
maybe there's more celebrities that got their appendix bursting at 27.
but that shit's dangerous, man. Like, that
well,
shit
it's
was
leaking into your body.
bro.
It's
They had
not
to take
good.
out all my organs and wash them and put them back in.
All right, settle
Damn.
down.
It
really?
was bad. It was real, dog.
If it gets real bad,
It
we
was
should do
really bad.
See, my hospital wasn't that sophisticated.
Oh,
They were
man.
like, I guess let's see if we can drain them, and if we
Bro,
can.
Where's the priest?
Yeah.
exactly. They're like, shit, you
Scary
got
shit.
insurance? Oh, too
Oh,
bad.
man, no joke.
So you're thinking about franchising, and did you
Did
guys
that.
franchise?
No, we didn't.
Oh, wait a minute. So when your appendix burst, it sidelined the business plan?
Everything.
Oh, wow.
Everything sidelined. Like, it was literally like the universe stepping in and going, nah, you think this is where your life's going to go, and you think that's your plan, but that's not really your plan. Here's the real plan. I
So
think
you-
that's where really
So
happened.
you're thinking about franchising this awesome business
All
that
this
you
stuff.
guys have,
At
and
that
you
time, it was
get
a 20
your
year.
your appendix bursts, and while you're laying in bed,
Literally.
literally laying in bed with painkillers and all that
Open.
stuff, you read what book while you're in there?
I was reading Rebel Without a Crew.
Robert Rodriguez is a big theme in this show,
Huge,
man.
bro.
Yes.
I mean,
We need to bring him on this thing.
that was it. I mean, I say that all the time. I'm like, if I didn't read that book, I wouldn't have gone into this. I always say that. I go, what's the one thing? It was that. And then now it's like all these years later. I mean, we've traveled the world, done this. My family has traveled. We've gone to freaking Europe. I mean, it's all because of that incident.
So you read the book,
I
and
read
then
the book,
what happens?
and I just was like, however life hits you and goes, I don't know how to explain it. I just was like, I think I could do a short film. That was it. There was no.
Did you have an idea?
No.
No, just like I think I can do. A
I
short
think I
film.
could just do a short film. I think that would be cool. I don't know why, where that came from. And I remember telling my aunt there, that one rich aunt. It was the one rich aunt. We had that one, like my tia Irma. It was my one rich aunt. I was like, I think I'm gonna do a short film. And she was like, okay, Miko, that's good. Blah blah blah.
That's nice.
So literally, like 6 months later, I hit her up. I go, hey, this is my plan. But I had a plan. Like I got out there and I didn't know how to script, right?
Yeah.
And I remember I bought Pulp Fiction, I bought American Beauty, and I bought one more, but because I needed to learn the format because I was a good writer from college, right? But I didn't understand how to do that. So I was studying the format of how to write a script. I mean, there's a way to do it.
What'd you study at State? Not
Anthropology,
Oh,
cultural anthropology.
Oh, okay.
So by trade, like cultural anthropologist, like human behavior, human nature, all that kind of shit. But anyways, long story short, read those books, whatever. I wrote a little short film. It was really cute. And I asked my aunt, I'm like, hey, she was like, I'll give you a little money. And so she gave me like, I don't know, $1,000 or something like that. Just like, here you go. I was like, cool. Bought a little camera. We just shot it. And the way I did that film, because it was the very first thing, it was like, I did it with no actors, like, because I didn't know any.
Yeah.
So I shot it. It was about a quarter. It was called Cycles. It was about a quarter that goes on this journey of discovery through its like adventures of exchange, right? So with that way, I can just shoot a quarter. I don't have to film any actors' faces. I don't have to do any of that. And I could just kind of teach myself as I go. I did this little thing. I don't know how it got into the short film festival, but it got into the Palm Springs Festival of Short Films, which is a big deal.
By the way, it's a really big deal.
That's a big
yeah.
short film fest.
Yeah.
Bro, my kid could do a better job today. I don't know, but I saw it. They liked it, and it was cool. But that was that validation, that kind of like cosmic validation goes, hey, you're on the right track. Keep going.
Yeah.
Where did your next deal come from?
I did another short film and kind of broke my chops on that, and it was more action oriented. I was like, man, I'm kind of good at this. And then I started kind of going, all right, this is kind of good. And people
And you
were like,
directed the first.
always, yeah.
And you directed
always,
the next. Yeah.
Man, write, direct, produce, edit, score,
Nice.
mix, the whole shit.
The whole
I mean,
thing.
it was the whole thing. So
Yeah.
it was like, but the beauty of that is now, what are you going to tell me, bro? I've done it all. Like,
Yeah.
now you can go to every department and go, yeah, that's not how you're going to do
Yeah.
it. We're going to do it this way. Why? Because you've taught yourself all the way through. So then I did 2 shorts, and I was like, yo, you're not, for me, I was like, I'm not shit if I don't do my first feature.
How did the second short go? How did it do?
It was it was fine. It just was like, it didn't go anywhere. It just sat there because it was kind of the interim thing that taught me, okay, you're kind of good at this. And it was cool.
Yeah.
And it had a little thing, and then I called Tia Irma all
Yeah.
over again.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
going to do this thing.
But I
Hook me
knew
up.
how she rolled.
Oh,
so
get
I
me
put together a
home.
little business
Okay.
plan. Yeah. But I put together a little business plan, a deck, what was at that time a deck, all that kind of shit. And I needed like actual cash. She was like, all right, I think it was like 6 G's, 7 G's. Here's like a little chunk. I remember my dad gave me like another 5. And this
Wait, 500 or 5,000?
5,000.
Wow.
How much did you get from Irma?
6, 7, something like that. So
Really? Well,
yeah.
So they were like, oh, we
They were-
believe in
they
you.
were
Yeah,
backing
it was
you,
a
yeah.
thing. Because by that time, they had seen my little short films and the thing.
Yeah.
They start seeing that. They've seen the other things, and they're like, okay, there's something here. And we did the first feature for $15,000. It was just to pay for like food and some hotels and shit. And at the time, it was a big deal, man. And it got bought and put out by this little company, but it was everywhere. Bro, it was in Blockbuster, Fry's, everywhere. And again, it's that kind of like cosmic, like, yo, you're on the right track. Keep going.
What's Blockbuster?
Right, exactly. It was right before
Just
that.
kidding.
Right before that.
Yeah.
So, I mean, after that, we've just been kind of like you're saying, stepping it up as we went.
Yeah.
And,
What was the first film after your second short?
it was called 6:30. Yeah,
And-
that's
and
the one that we did for like
For 15,000? Okay, so let's talk about this.
Yeah.
What was the film after the $15,000 movie?
It was a little horror movie called On Bloody Sunday for Warner Home Video. But at the time, again, it was like, yo, my second thing is a Warner Brothers logo in front of my shit. That's awesome.
amazing, yeah.
Yeah, you're like, oh.
135, right? 135 grand?
Yeah, it was.
That was
Yeah, I
the
think
next
it ultimately came out to like 160.
Where
but it was
did you
around
get that money at?
Private equity.
Did you meet them while you
Bro,
were showing your
now
last
that's
short?
something that I could always chalk up to serendipity.
Yeah, what happened?
I don't know. I couldn't tell you where these things come from. I really couldn't.
Yeah, but
Like,
where did
there
the
hasn't
money?
been like
How did you meet the investor?
a friend of a friend?
Oh, really? They
It
just
was
said,
like
"Hey."
I was like trying to do a movie. I was like, okay, this is what's up. We want to do a little horror film. This, that, and the other. Like that's what's selling out here. And I just was like trying to get. It was one of those things. And then
And you sold it to Warner Home Video.
yeah.
So you probably made all your money back on that.
Oh yeah.
And
They're
then some,
fine
right?
on that.
Yeah.
Yeah, they were cool. Like,
Same investors to moving on to the next or
no,
different?
next was somebody else, completely different. And that was the one I consider like my first real movie.
What was the name of that?
Shoot the Hero?
Yeah.
Shoot the Hero.
Yeah.
Trailer looks good. I watched it today.
Yeah, Shoot the Hero was cool. That was like what I call my thesis. Like,
Yeah.
if I was going to go to film school, that would be the thesis. That's how I would say.
Nice.
Because that was like your first real movie. And I've always said for me, man, like my whole film school is out on display. Good, bad, and ugly. And I've had to like hit those. You've had to get hit on the chin, man. If you're out there putting your shit out as an artist,
Yeah.
learning in front of the public, that's a different thing to
Yeah.
deal with as opposed to going to film school and you're insulated and you're trying shit out. You're doing short films. This is shitty. That's pretty cool. This is, you know what I mean? So I was like, here it is, man. This is it.
Yeah.
So it's been that learning process for me.
Yeah.
So it's been an interesting road.
Was there a movie you made where you thought, this is what I do?
And Shoot the Hero.
And that was, how much was
That
the
was
budget on
$500,000.
that? All right, so Shoot the Hero. Who
Yeah.
was in that?
It was Jason Mewes, Danny Trejo, Fred Williamson, Nick Turturro. And Jason was just coming off of, I think it was like Jay and Silent Bob Strike Back.
And was that indie?
Yeah.
All, and you raised all the money for that yourself?
Uh-huh.
I've never used a foreign distributor in my entire career.
Right.
I've never gotten money from a bank. I've
Yep.
never had a bond.
Yeah.
None of that stuff.
Yeah. They're banking on you, man. They're like, we trust you 100%.
Right.
I've never taken that lightly, man, especially coming from like like self-taught. I wasn't. You're like, okay, this is all on you. So I've always taken that with the utmost gratitude and like, okay,
So you do shoot the hero,
yeah.
and you're starting to think, this is what I'm going to be doing. This is
that
going
was
to work.
That was the moment.
What was next?
Quitting the restaurant.
Whoa, quitting the restaurant, hitting
That
close
was
to
it.
home.
That was the quitting the day job moment.
testing.
Yeah. Like that's when I stopped and I was like, this is where I felt life was taking me.
Yeah.
And that was the big step, and obviously Dad's like, wait,
What was the next thing after that?
Latino comedy called I'm Not Like That No More with Felipe Esparza, Paul Rodriguez, a few other comedians and stuff like that. And
Felipe Esparza, it must have been early in his career.
he
then.
just had won Last Comic Standing.
Oh, really?
He had just won it. So that was his kind of
I almost
movie.
remember watching him on that. Yeah.
Yeah.
He was good.
He was good. And this is somebody came to me and was like, hey, could you do something? And it was through actually Nick Turturro. He's like, I'm dealing with this investor guy. And this guy, he has a couple, he has a little bit of money. So it's this kind of thing. Like, he's backing Felipe on his stand-up material. Could you write something around his stand-up? I go, yeah.
That's a great Nick Turturro impression, but I'm saying the amount of material you had to deal with was tons, right?
Yeah, it was cool.
Because he had stories. He was a storyteller.
Yeah, and it's funny. It's like, man, I wish I would have done that better. Because at the time, again, the Latino market was still fledgling at the time. It just felt like they weren't ready for that. I think today would have done so much better, man.
Yeah.
And also, but the producer was first time, and he was green. He didn't know what he was doing. He didn't know how to put it out.
Was that Hatton?
No, Hatton didn't come around until later.
Okay.
But yeah, there's just a new guy, like just a private equity guy. So, yeah, but that was a fun movie. It was cute, man. I liked it a lot. It was cute.
Was that your only dive into comedy? I think
That was
right?
a good one. Yeah, I knew. Well, Shoot the Hero is an action comedy.
Is it action? Oh yeah, it is.
Like Vigilante Diaries is a comedy, action comedy. Like they're all pretty funny. They're all like funny in a Guy Ritchie sort of way. You know?
Yeah.
They're not necessarily grounded in reality. You know?
Yeah.
You know what? You have a lot of fans here, dude.
That's me. That's all for me. Hey, ladies.
You said the name of your last movie and they went crazy. So you started working with foreign distributors. You started doing movies with stars, and things started working out.
Yeah, I mean, it's one of those things, but you're still grinding on this thing. I mean, I didn't have any like high-powered agent yet. I didn't have any managers yet. It was still just me hustling out. Yeah, plugging away.
When did things change for you?
Jeez, I don't know. I think
Vigilante, after Vigilante Diaries?
that was a big one. But before that led up, it was like a movie called The Night Crew and AWOL and things like that. It was a kind of like a string of action movies that kind of started stepping up to a bigger world and real money and things like that. Yeah. So
what were the budgets around?
It was like
$1
million.
Yeah, $1 million.
They were each like $1 million. So that's around the range from that. But I mean, and I teamed up with a phenomenal cinematographer who was like my boy, and started building a team. I think around that time, 2013, I started building a team that like was my clique. It was like a producing team, cinematographer guy. I mean, these are the things, because it was like, if you have a team around you, that's proven. It's a big deal, and there's a lot of power in that.
You use the same editor, Sesma?
I have the same editor. That's like, it's one of those things where it's like, there's a formula that came about the movie called The Night Crew. And I was like, yo, this came out great. Big action, little bit of money. And it was the same guy. I mean, like my editor did like, Underworld and movies like that. And, obviously my cinematographer did a bunch of stuff, and producing partners did a bunch of stuff. And, so this team we started growing and doing more movies together.
How many films would you say you were doing? Are you doing a year?
At the time, I was doing like a couple a year. 2 or 3 a year at the time. And then we did Vigilante Diaries. What I felt hit the ceiling of indie action. Yeah. You hit the ceiling, in my opinion. I was like, you're not going to get bigger than that. That movie's gigantic. Yeah. Like for an indie film, I mean, I don't know if you've seen it. You've seen it. It's big, dude. It's really big. And I'll take the Pepsi challenge with anybody on that one. I'll be like, show me something. I'll say it.
Nice.
I'll be like, that's like a Mission Impossible, Fast and Furious movie for under $1 million.
And that spawned from the web series that you originally
that we were at
back.
Comic-Con.
Yeah.
But I mean, we went to Europe on that. We were in Armenia. We shot in London. We shot in Glasgow.
What? For $1 million?
Yeah. And that movie's big, man. And
you kept it small, I guess, right?
Yeah. There's again, because I built this team in a formula, we were able to apply that overseas the same exact way.
That's the way
and
to
come
do it.
out with the same quality. So yeah, we took our Reds over, took our drones over. I mean, we were in Armenia for 2 weeks. We were in London for a week. We were in Glasgow for like 3 days.
When you're overseas, do you do permits? Does it all work?
Yeah,
in the
no.
same,
London had London has anybody could go shoot in London for free with a crew of under 7 people or something
wow,
like that.
okay, cool.
I was like, sick. Me, the camera guy, a sound guy, and 2 actors. Done.
Yeah.
That's how we did it.
That's how I saw some pics, because you posted some pics. I don't
Yeah.
even think Instagram. I think it was
Yeah.
Facebook or something.
Yeah.
And it looked, dude, it was exactly that. It was like a camera guy, a lighting guy, him.
Yeah.
Like it was
Well,
real
what else do you
small.
need, dude?
Yeah,
Like-
exactly.
And we were right under Big Ben. We're shooting in front of the eye.
yeah, but the footage.
We're in the
looked
tube.
sick.
It's
Did
awesome.
anyone come up to you and go like, "Hey,
Nobody.
really?"
Not one person.
So you just had to control the traffic.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
we that was part of the scene. I mean, we went to Piccadilly Square.
Wow.
We were
Wow.
right down the middle, shooting right in, which is like Times Square. So that was the thing, and that was HBO's first acquisition for a movie under $1 million, action movie. So
wow.
in 10 years,
Wow.
HBO hadn't acquired and
Who
that
did
was a
you
big
deal
sell.
with at HBO? Chris Grundon, or you?
I didn't do that.
You
deal,
didn't
no.
do it. You
That
didn't
was
do it.
Hatton, my other producing part, and Nick Villa along with Green Book.
He did Green Book.
Yeah, he's a writer producer of Green Book.
Oh,
so that's
awesome.
my producing partner on a bunch of stuff.
Love Green
Amazing.
So that's part of the team, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, you're working with some amazing people. That's
Yeah.
great. That's terrific. Well,
Yeah.
congratulations. Well, you've had
Yeah.
a pretty awesome career, dude. Shit.
Yeah, I'm ready to get started.
Yeah.
That's how I feel, man. I'm like, cool. That was the warm up. Let's roll.
Yeah, for
Yeah.
sure.
Is
Next
there-
step.
Do you have a role for Gio over here?
Yeah, boy. What you gotta do?
He was from Chuli. He's from our
Nice.
same hometown. Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
Chula Vista.
He was in his story is pretty cool. He was in Triple Frontier.
Oh yeah.
He was at PA. He was
Oh,
at
no
PA.
way.
They said, "Hey, you speak Spanish?"
nice. He speaks Spanish.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Next thing you know, he's opposite Pedro Pascal. And
But you know what's interesting about San Diego State and the San Diego colleges is that a lot of talent comes out of there.
thank
was a
you,
great
Roberts.
town,
I
man.
appreciate it. It's good.
Yeah, I'm serious. A lot of a lot of great talent came out of those colleges. I know editors. I've worked with lots of people that have been out of the San Diego State
Film
community.
department.
Yeah,
Yeah, I hear a lot of good things about
Yeah, a
it.
lot of good stuff.
Criminal Justice Department too. Good filmmakers come out.
Who's
of there.
I bet.
Who's that?
Me, fool. I didn't finish. Of course, I did it.
You were there for like 2 months.
No, I was there for like 5 years. I didn't finish.
5 years.
Okay,
and you
moving
didn't
on.
Finish it?
Hashtag moving on.
Wow, we got to get into that. Let's get into that.
No, keep going.
What came of it all?
After 2017, what I felt is I hit a ceiling. Right. I did Vigilante Diaries, and the company was like, "Yo, can you do these other TV movies?" And I was
What
like,
company?
Yeah.
What company was
It was-
talking about that?
It was Sci-Fi Channel.
Okay, got it.
So I did 2 movies for Sci-Fi Channel to keep the lights on, is what I say. Because I was like, dude, you're a working artist, man. And I was like, they're not my projects, but they were dangling a carrot. I was like, fine, I'll take that. But after that, I went, that's when I got to the point, I was like, I'm not going to do that again. Because that's not on brand. That's not what I want to do. That's not my ultimate goal or my vision for what my future is.
Gun for Hire as a director.
Writer, director, yeah.
Writer, director. Okay, cool. Well, by the way, that's pretty cool.
It is cool. And look, I did the first one because I was like, all right, I'm going to go do this. It was my first kind of mix into the sci-fi, visual effects world, right?
Yeah.
So I want to do something visual effects heavy because I hadn't done that yet. The second one was like, yo, the wife's like, we need to pay mortgage, dude. Let's do this. I was like, fuck, okay. It was like that. But after that, I was like, this isn't, because they want to, a lot of times this business, they pigeonhole you to this, right? They'll be like, hey, you can churn these around for us all the time on a budget and blah, blah, blah. I'm like, yeah, that's cool, but that's not me. So I had to kind of reassess who I was, get all new reps, get new managers, new agents, all that kind of stuff, and go, okay, this is where I want to go. And you had to get a new team on board that supports where you're going to go as an artist now.
And what is it that you want to do?
Make mainstream content for the Latino space.
Yeah.
Nice.
That's basically it. I mean, that's because it's like, for me, my taste is mainstream taste, right? It's like, I'm not the art house guy. I'm not the Sundance guy. I'm like, the Favreau, Justin Lin, whatever guy. That's who I am. And that's kind of my taste. That's where I'm going with it. That's the projects I want to do. That's projects I've created. And that takes time. Those take time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's like, you get a new team together, that's a different story. And so, with a better agency and managers and this, that, and the other, those things start taking place, and new partnerships and new producers start coming around.
Yeah.
So that's where we're at now.
Yeah.
Okay.
And so,
Yeah, I mean, that's super interesting. Did you read about the termination of the longstanding legal rules for movie distribution?
And the movie theaters?
Yeah, it's about the movie theaters.
Yep. It's pretty trippy.
Disney, who has the majority of the hits,
Yep.
right? The majority of the money made at the box office is Disney.
Yep.
So if you're a theater and I say to you, hey, I'll let you show Frozen, but I'm going to get 70% of the box office. And if you don't like it, you're not going to show Frozen. And the theaters are going, well,
I got no choice.
I got
You
no
don't have a
choice
choice.
because otherwise I'm going to get some other Lionsgate movie.
Right.
I hate to throw Lionsgate under the
yeah,
bus,
yeah.
but I'm going to get some other movie from another studio.
Right.
And it's going to do poorly,
Yep.
and I'm not going to get anything. So I'd rather do a deal with Disney, and by doing that, Disney's monopolizing all the theaters. So now
popcorn's $50 a bucket.
it is,
Right?
yeah. They're going to have to do that. But bottom line is, it's the landscape is changing so much
Yeah, it's
that
wild.
it's just harder to put a movie in theaters now. You know,
is, yeah.
And I think if Disney, look, this is my opinion, if Disney has the ability to continue to make hits the way it's making,
Yep.
then God bless them. Take every theater. Why not?
Yep.
I don't have an issue with that.
Right.
They're the ones spending $300 million a movie, you know? So
crazy.
if you don't like being in the movie theater business, then get into something else.
Streaming.
Yeah, exactly. I was about to say.
Streaming.
Hey, get your pee-pee up.
Hey, dude, what happened to my thing? You fell down. But I went to the movies for the first time in years. Get off-
What'd you watch?
The Irishman.
Oh, don't tell me about it. I want to hear about
In
it.
the theater. I had to do it. I had to do it. I'm not going to tell you about the movie. Read the book. But it was,
Okay.
Read the book.
Wait, there's a book?
yes.
There's a book?
I heard you paint houses.
No, keep talking. We're
Oh, here
talking.
we go.
Keep talking, bro.
But
He's
that was
doing
the
a video.
first time I've been to a movie theater in probably, I could tell you, 7 years.
What?
7 years.
What?
No, I'm sorry. I went to the movie theater like 4 years ago.
Oh, my God.
But before that was 7 years.
Is it because of the kids?
No, I just don't really like nothing really. And you know, I could have stupid. I could have missed this, but Lopez was like, Tuddy, we gotta go watch this in the
Right.
theater. Don't be a dick. This is Scorsese at its finest. And it was a whole thing. We almost missed it because his ass was late. And luckily, I got there 45 minutes early, and there was still line around the corner.
Really?
Wow.
Yeah, it was crazy.
Did he get a good seat?
We did. We actually didn't get bad seats. They were okay, but they could have been real bad.
Out here in New York.
No, right here down the Egyptian.
Right.
But it was great. I mean, you know what I mean? But I just, for me, I either get the screeners or I watch it at home.
Right.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I'm in the movie theater every weekend.
Are you really? Good for you.
Every
man.
weekend.
Yeah.
I am too.
Like, every weekend, bro. I'm like, what's out? This is what we're watching. What's this? Like, all the time.
See, but you're a real filmmaker at heart. Like, you want to see what's going on
I'm
there.
Like,
Yeah.
man, I'm just like movies, TV shows, whatever.
Stream, too, though,
Why,
right?
why do we get into this? What were we talking about?
You're drunk, Roberts.
What were we talking about? Do you think that movie theaters are going to continue to exist the way they do?
I do. I think so. Is it naive? I don't know. I do think so. I still think that at the end of the day, people want an outing. People want an event.
Yeah, that's
now,
true.
I think it's just going to force to be like more event-driven movies.
Yeah.
But I don't think movies are ever going to go away.
No.
Right.
I think it's just going to be different types
It's
of
going to
movies.
be events, right?
It's going to be
You're
event,
not going to go
event
see
movies.
the indie theater.
No,
the
I
indie
don't. I
movie that
think
much.
that's over.
It's almost a TV thing now.
I
right?
think, yeah. But then again, TV is just as good, like even
Yeah.
better. I mean, it's crazy. But I still think no matter what, people are going to want that. Because I think as audiences, as people, we want a communal response to something. You want to sit in a theater and go, oh, we're both laughing at the same thing. I'm okay. You know what I mean? I don't know. There's a
Yeah.
tribal thing about it if we want to get into that. But I
Yeah.
do think that. I do think at the end of the day, we all want to go have that experience together.
as
Roberts is the only guy who cries in like a funny part. I've been in the theater where he claps when nobody else does. Like, dude, what are you doing? What's wrong with it? Stop it. The wife got killed. Why are you clapping?
no, not one more for me. Not me.
No, nothing
Uno
else for
mas.
this guy. Some black coffee for him, please.
No, I'm good. I understand that I'm an older producer. You know, I get it.
Yeah.
And, a lot of my conversation has leaned towards I want to work with new filmmakers. I want to work with new talent. I want to work with young talent.
Yep.
I want to work with people who are the future of our business.
Yep.
I'm not the future of our business anymore.
Right.
You know what I mean? How do you feel about that?
Well, I think, look.
Although Scorsese's not the future, but he's still doing pretty good stuff.
Yeah, exactly.
Right, but it's like one of those things. I'm like, I don't know. I mean, we want to get cosmic about it because we're all like,
yeah, why not? Do it.
Let's talk about it.
I mean, let's get.
Let's get into it.
What does that mean? Like, it's like it's like, you ever that True Detective line? It's like, yo, time is a flat circle. Like, I don't even know what that means. It's like, what's the future? Like, you are the future if you're influencing the future.
Very true.
I don't know. Like, you are the future. I mean, you might not be the younger version of that, but you're still the future.
Do you think the
future?
But do you think the young Sesna's out there somewhere that you could help?
Oh yeah,
move into great areas.
That's always been the idea. That's always been the plan.
that's pretty cool.
That's always been the plan is to develop because, and I say this all the time because I'm always on my soapbox about it. It's like as Latinos and Latinos in the entertainment industry, like I've been helped out. No joke to date. Not saying in the future. I've been helped out more by Black Hollywood in my career than Latinos still.
Yeah.
And it's not. I don't think it's any bitch way. What my theory is. Call me wrong, call me crazy, is that the Black community has been dealing with the entertainment industry for far longer than the Latinos have.
Yeah.
And they know the game better.
Yep.
From the 50s, the music industry, they've understood the game and how that works much more than the Latinos yet. And I think now we're cracking that code and going, okay, hey, let's all create bakers so we can have all the pies as opposed to thinking there's just this old one pie for Latino pie.
Yeah.
And we all got to slice it a million little ways. Like, fuck that. The Black community be like, yo, no, let's become our own. Like, they've been enterprises since the 70s. They've had their own labels. They've owned that own thing. And I think, like I said, Reggie Hudlin is who I'm mentored by a lot, and, he just did that Netflix series, The Black Godfather. He did Black Panther. He did a bunch of shit, but just understanding more of Black Hollywood's history. And for me, how to infuse that history in the Latino community. So what we could do for the next generation and be like, yo, fuck all the shit that they're trying to tell you.
Yeah.
Create your own pie, teach others to bake, and then you start having an empire that holds its own with everything else. I mean, am I wrong? It's just,
it's
that, dude. It's just, we haven't
That's
done
what
that.
This podcast is about.
Right. We just haven't, it's not mainstream talk yet to have that. And I think because I grew up and there's like, oh yeah, there's still a lot of competition.
Yeah.
And I'm like, yo, there's no competition, dude. Like, we're all artists.
Yeah.
Like, yo, we're all just artists in this whole thing trying to play in this game. Like, what's the competition? I don't know what to tell you. Like, they don't all go. I mean, we're all competitive in like a fun way.
Yeah.
But not in like, fuck that guy. He's going to take my thing. I'm like, dude, you're buying into that.
So much.
You're buying into that game.
Yeah. Exactly.
It's like, you're buying into the idea that there's only the slice of pie for you. And I'm like, nah, fuck that.
It's
that's just always been me.
And that's a great way to be. It's an interesting conversation though, because, Mario Lopez and I have been friends for a long time. We've done a lot of projects together, but probably like you, we lean towards Latino content.
Yeah.
Right? Stories. And as we've grown up in the business, the expanding universe of Ashley Garcia is
a big deal.
Is a great example of what the future holds for shows like this, right?
It's needed.
Yeah. What I want to do is I want to relate to as many people as I can with the work that I'm doing.
I agree. Yeah, that's always been definitely my approach. Like, and I had that same conversation with the person that we spoke about earlier. Like when I first started in the business, I'm like, this is what I want to do. This is how I want to do it. And they're like, well, I'm like, I was never a soapbox guy. I'm like, I'm not going to hit somebody over the head with my agenda. Yeah. I'm just going to try to make cool shit.
There you go.
Yeah.
And the cool shit, they just so happen to be Latino.
Yeah.
Or it just so happens to be this kind of story or whatever. And then I'm always that guy. I'm like, I ain't trying to hit you over the head with it. We're just going to like inception it.
I'm gonna go out on a limb. Here.
Oh, here we go.
Dave.
No,
I'm gonna go out on a limb.
The
Oh
limbs.
my gosh.
I was watching a documentary the other day about Sonny Liston.
Oh.
Okay? Sonny Liston. And
Took a dive against Sally, but go ahead.
right. No, you're right. You're right. There's a bunch of conspiracy theories there, but what was really fascinating to me was not Sonny Liston. What was fascinating to me was Muhammad Ali.
Uh-huh.
Because Muhammad Ali was Cassius Clay when he was going to fight Liston. And then he came out and said, Elijah Muhammad
Yeah.
has given me the new name of Muhammad Ali, and I want everyone to call me that. We don't like Sonny Liston because he's a thug,
Yeah.
but
We
we
also don't like him,
especially
right.
don't like that Muhammad Ali
Right.
is like this Muslim that's connected to Malcolm X.
Right.
And we're like, we're not going to root for that.
Right.
We're going to root for this guy that's kind of the lesser of two evils.
Right.
Yeah.
Now, what was interesting about all that is that Muhammad Ali was so charismatic
Right.
that it didn't matter
Right.
what you thought or didn't think, right? What ended up happening is that you ended up loving Cassius because he was like such a showman that you started to ignore the idea that he called himself Muhammad Ali. Like, what was great about it is I started to realize that sometimes personality and likability plays a big factor in culture
Yep.
and whether or not you accept a person or an actor or
Right.
a storyline,
Yep.
Yeah.
right? Because if you're charismatic,
Yep.
it counts for a lot.
Totally.
And
I have a great story for that. Go ahead. I'll segue into that. in a
no,
second.
and I just wanted to point out that I just kept asking myself if I was living in that time,
yeah.
I would totally say like, all right, I'm going to try to ignore this whole Elijah Muhammad thing, and I'm just going to focus in on Muhammad Ali being like this great showman.
Yep.
And I can't get caught up in his religion.
Right.
And I got to just love him for who he is. And
Right.
ultimately, that's what happened.
Right.
We all ended up loving Muhammad Ali,
Muhammad Ali.
for the amazing person
Talent.
and the amazing talent that he was and what he brought to entertainment, right? So, yeah, it was fascinating to me because they finally just started hating Liston again. They're like,
Right.
fuck it.
Well, it's hard to ignore great talent.
Talent wins,
and
man.
charismatic
Yeah.
personality.
Talent wins.
I mean, he went so far off the rails and still
Yep.
was able to like pull everyone together. I'll tell you one thing I'm so proud of, and I have nothing to do with it. We're sitting on the Netflix lot, and you've got Ashley Garcia shooting on stage one, and
Iglesias.
you've got Mr. Iglesias
Iglesias.
shooting on another stage.
Yep.
And all of
That's
these
huge,
Latino
dude. It's huge.
people hanging out. Peter Murrieta,
Yeah.
one of our finest writers and showrunners, working on Mr. Iglesias, and him and me and Mario are working on another thing together. It's just a very cool time,
Right.
and I think that it's awesome to sit here and talk about it. But the fact is if you're Latino in this business, go out and get it because it's there for the getting.
I agree.
You were going to say a story though.
No. I just had a funny story when you're talking about the Muhammad Ali. It was talking about talent winning out, and I had a funny story about that as a kid, which was one of those life altering moments. A sixth grade talent show. I was that one little fat Mexican kid in a white private school. I went there and there was a talent show, and I had seen La Bamba about 1.5 million times. Right, that movie affected my life forever. I want to be Richie Valens. I want to do that. Talent show. I taught myself how to play the guitar, and I taught myself how to play La
Damn.
Bamba because I was
That's
like,
what's up.
I got to do this. And I taught myself. I'm like, so I did that. And so before that moment, I was like the outcast kind of kid. He was like, he's a little fucking annoying kid, Mexican kid. That just
How old were
whatever.
you?
I was 10, 11. It was sixth grade.
Wow.
And
I
I
was
did,
very similar to that.
yeah. And I did the talent show, right? And I fucking killed it. Like legit killed it. Rocked
song
it.
did you sing?
La Bamba.
Bamba.
Oh.
Los Lobos were gonna
Man, I did the straight. I did
not
La
an easy
Bamba.
song.
They asked for an encore. It was big, bro. I mean, I played it. I sung it. It was
Did you
this
have
and-
an encore?
I did have an encore. They asked for it. No shit.
Odana.
No shit.
No, yeah.
So the next day, everybody was different to me.
Of
At
course.
school.
Of course.
Everybody, teachers, students,
Yes.
this and they're like. So the rest of the school
Good.
year, I was called La Bamba Kid.
Yeah.
So, but what that taught me was hard work, perseverance, and talent will always win out, and will like allow everybody to see past what they thought of you at the time.
Yeah.
You know what
And I'll
else
never
is?
forget that.
Of course.
You know what else it is?
What's up?
Huevos.
That's what it was
You
too.
went up
No
there.
doubt about it.
Yeah.
This,
You know what's funny? I didn't think
Huevos.
about that. I
No,
mean, to this
yeah.
day, I don't think about it.
This
That is true.
podcast is all about that.
That's it.
Right? We've had a lot of great people on here. Dan Tibbetts, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's big.
But yeah, look, I think one of the great things about about our business is that it has no conscience.
No.
No, it doesn't.
You know, it just
Good, bad, or ugly.
it
It
likes
just
it likes winners.
Yep.
And you know, I think that says something about our society and our world. It's just about putting it out there, taking some chances. I think we have to keep being conscious of there's nothing wrong with where you came from. There's nothing wrong with
Yep.
you being an immigrant or a Chicano or someone that doesn't exactly connect with where your parents came from.
Right.
But you are a hybrid, and it's part of your journey
Yep.
to deal with that however you deal with it.
Yep.
And sometimes it makes really cool movies or TV shows
Stories.
or stories. That's right, Davey Dave.
Yep.
Let me ask you
doubt.
something. You were talking about composers earlier.
Yeah.
Have you ever heard of a company called ExtremeMusic.com?
No.
Wow.
ExtremeMusic.com,
Library.
it's a library, but
Huge.
But you're talking about huge. Who's part of this library, David Dave?
Oh,
David
just
Dave.
a little name called Hans Zimmer.
Hans Zimmer.
Wow.
And Hans Zimmer.
Hans Zimmer, too. Hey, Hans Zimmer.
That's what I would call it. Hey, what's up,
Hans
Hans?
Zimmer
No.
and
Hans. Booby.
Russell Emanuel, who came up with this company called ExtremeMusic.com. And just as a filmmaker to filmmaker,
Yeah.
I did a film, a true crime thing called.
Love and Betrayal.
Thank you. I did
Nice
a film.
pickup.
I did a film called
Shortstop.
Love and Betrayal that I used. The entire 78 cues all came from ExtremeMusic.com.
Wow.
It's pretty amazing.
And it turned out
is
really
pretty
well,
dope.
Robert.
Yeah.
Thank you, buddy. I appreciate you.
Big
Yeah.
credit on it.
But all 78 cues were from ExtremeMusic.com, and it was really cool because what I did was I went to the site.
Yeah.
I picked all of the music myself. I went through thousands of songs.
Wow.
I picked our opening title sequence song. I picked the credit song, and I picked every song in between. I picked as many as I could stomach. Right.
Yeah.
I put them all into a file, and I handed that file to my editor,
Said temp it.
and I said, "Temp it all."
Yeah.
I liked it so much that I went to
Kept
them
it.
and I kept it, and
Wow.
I licensed it all from ExtremeMusic.com.
Wow.
And it's an amazing thing. And here's the other cool thing about them is that if you have a scene that's a minute long and the song that you've picked is 2 minutes long, if you punch in a minute, it gives you a beginning, middle, and an end
Wow.
right there.
So
and
edit it like that?
yeah,
Like
and if you
basic cut?
basically edit
Wow.
it. And if you don't like that there's drums in it or it's too driving, you can literally pick
You can layer it out.
any
Yeah.
instrument
Wow.
and remove it.
Wow.
I do that all the time.
Right. So you can do that on this site. Anyway,
I do it all the time with my composers. I'm like, man, that's way too much. That's too much cowbell.
well, yeah, exactly, or not enough cowbell.
Right.
Right. So
More.
if you
More
are
cowbell.
if you are doing a movie, would you consider going to ExtremeMusic.com, checking
Yeah.
it out?
Yeah.
You never know. You might find
No,
something
that'd be
there.
cool.
Anyway, it's terrific. Shout out to Russell Emanuel,
Mr. Emmanuel.
who
All right.
created this incredible
Shout
site.
out to his hot sauce. He gave me some
Oh,
hot
hey.
sauce.
Well, he
That
has
shit
a hot
was
sauce?
bomb, dude.
Yeah, listen, I tried it.
Is it
just,
good?
It was
just
good.
yesterday. It is delicious.
Can I-
Wow.
Seriously, that's
didn't
no
get no
belly
hot
right
sauce.
there.
I'm mad at Russell Emanuel
So
because
good.
he only brought two, and I
You
gave
got
you
one.
one, and
He
I
gave
gave
me
you
one.
one,
Oh,
and I
man.
didn't get one.
It's so good.
Hey, Russell, come on, man.
That's funny.
By the way, I wrote to Russell from ExtremeMusic.com, and I told him, "Oh, here's the little piece we did on our show," and he listened to it, and that's one of the shows where we said, "Hey, can't get Russell on the phone because we don't have the system to do it."
Sure.
Well, he wrote back to me and said, "Oh, and by the way, you can get me on the phone anytime."
nice.
So I think
okay, here we go.
as soon as we get a new mixer, which Russell, I think, I don't know if you have a mixer laying around over ExtremeMusic.com, we'll take it. But if we can get a new mixer, I think we can get him on the phone.
Perfect. Let's do it.
try to figure it out, okay?
That's awesome.
All right, thanks for talking about that. It's
Yeah.
an important piece of our podcast
Absolutely.
to introduce people to ExtremeMusic.com because, not always can you afford a
Hey,
composer like
no.
you because you're a big-time filmmaker.
I don't know, it's big time, but
You can afford
big time.
composers.
I don't know about that. But
All right, well, for
Right.
all your music needs, ExtremeMusic.com.
that's great.
So let's get into something that's going to be.
Let's get into it.
Let's get into it because this is controversial. All right, we're going to get into it. What are you doing now? I heard from Tuddy that you're working with a company that's funding stuff.
That's correct.
Okay,
Wow.
can you name the name of the company?
Yeah, curated by media.
Curated by Media. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
so this company you're working at, you're starting to look for projects for them to do.
That's correct.
All right, so Tuddy told me.
Yeah.
I'm talking about Rod Tuddy Rinks.
Rod the Tuddy.
The Tuddy Rinks. He told me that we may be able to work with you.
Or vice versa.
Or vice versa.
I might be able to work with you guys.
On a
Oh,
film
look at
called
guy's
Santana. So he writes a script,
Oh my God, though.
which I feel
Yeah.
has like these really cool elements of old school movies like Death Wish.
Right.
And also has some social commentary, which I think all films need to have these days, right? I think it has it all. And, you know, we've been talking about casting Emilio Rivera.
Yep.
We've been talking about getting some of these Maurice Compte, some great actors that we've already talked to about it. Would you be interested in doing that with us?
Yeah.
How do we close this right here on
That
the
way-
show, man?
We got to get you up the office. We got to go talk to the money guys. Let's go.
What do we have to do? What would be the next step?
Then we just go meet up. and
That's
talk-
it.
read
Dude,
the
he makes
script.
this
I
so
mean,
easy.
Yeah.
Easy, bro.
I mean, that's like that. Be basically curated by.
Would you be interested in directing?
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah. Let's go.
We
do
got
it.
some
Dude,
going
it's,
on
it's
here,
happening
Roberts.
right here on Let's
I mean,
Get
it
Into
seems
It.
like the wheelhouse. I mean, let's do it.
Well, our
So,
I
goal
love it.
is to work with you on this. I think one of the things that we'd like to do is get you the script, you read it,
Yeah.
maybe do a little rewrite with Tuddy, and let's try to make this happen.
Dude, I'm down. Let's
I'm
talk about
fired
it. Let's
up.
get going.
Yeah. So maybe we'll have some news by the end of the year here. This is
I
very
like that.
exciting.
I
You
like
don't
that.
know.
I like that.
I'm sending it
never
right
know.
now. I'm getting on my phone. Sending
Right.
it over.
Send me
All right,
back
so
over,
right
Tuddy.
here on Let's Get Into It, we talked about doing Santana.
Yep.
We talked about him directing, doing a rewrite on it. Maybe we cut you out of the rewrite.
Thanks. I know how Roberts is. You're out.
You've had a pretty inspiring career. I think one of the things that people can take away from this show is that, you know, you don't have to be in film right away to find your passion in it.
Right.
You know, you could find it. You can decide you want to do it later after your appendix bursts.
Yeah. Just wait till a traumatic life
Right.
thing happens.
No, you can find it later, and it's never too late. Look at you, man.
Whatever that may be.
And- yeah.
Right? Whatever that may be. Find your passion.
Yeah, find the passion and then keep making content,
Yeah, just keep
meeting
hammering it.
people. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Well, I want to thank you for being here.
Thank you for having me.
Thanks for sharing the story. Thank you, Rod Tuddy Rinks. Thank you,
Dave.
David
David
Dave.
Thank you, guys.
Got Gio over here.
Gio.
We got Sucker Free.
Sucker Free. Thank you guys very much. This was a great one. I think we
was fun.
we created some possibility right here. We might be making a movie with Christian Sesma. Well, look, Christian.
You're like, fuck, I gotta
I know,
edit
right?
that shit.
Christian, thank you for being here.
Thank you,
for
man.
sharing your story. Thank you for taking an interest in Santana. We're going to come back to you, figure out what we can do with this, and see if we can make it happen in Arkansas. Dude, I had
Bentonville,
no
Arkansas.
I had
Crazy,
no
yeah.
idea. 50%. That's pretty
50,
amazing.
man.
On everything you spend
Everything.
Hey, it's that Bill Clinton state, man.
It's crazy.
there. Thanks, guys. Hey, thanks everybody for listening, and we'll see you next time on Let's Get Into It.
Good, Roberts.
Sorry about calling you Cessna.
Give it to that guy right there.
Maybe it'll sound like Sesma.